So this video is about why you shouldn't drink milk or something. So I really wanted to avoid confirmation bias in this video. I'm a vegan, so obviously my Google searches are kind of targeted with my history searches of veganism. So if I search, is milk healthy, it comes up with an astounding no. But if I search why milk is good for you, I find a little bit more varied results and more milk supportive results. So I try to look at a little bit both sides and just share with you what I found in my little research. So one of the main sort of promotional things for milk is that it gives you calcium and it gives you strong bones, right? Wrong, most likely. According to SaveOurBones.com, yes, I'm using notes on paper, old school. I know most people have their phones with notes, but I'm just not there yet. Anyways, so Finland has one of the highest milk consumption amounts. Finland has the highest milk consumption, yeah. And we're also at the top of the osteoporosis list. Words not forming well. Osteoporosis is basically decreased bone strength, so you are more likely to fracture your bones and stuff. If Finland is drinking the most milk, why do we have so much osteoporosis? On the other hand, Asian countries where they don't drink a lot of milk don't have a lot of osteoporosis. Now, the first thing that I thought of, just trying to be really careful that I'm not being too just like swayed by veganism to say that something is bad because it's not vegan right away. So I thought, well, you need vitamin D to absorb calcium, you get vitamin D from the sun. Finland doesn't have a lot of sun for half of the year, so maybe that's why. But according to, again, Save Our Bones, it's actually because milk causes our body's pH to go off, and then calcium can neutralize this acidity. And ironically, the calcium is released from our bones. So milk is actually making us lose calcium. So another reason you shouldn't drink milk is that it can cause breast cancer and ovarian cancer and prostate cancer. Maybe. According to one source, because cows are injected with a genetically modified bovine growth hormone, when we drink milk, it increases our insulin growth factor, which has been linked to several cancers. Now, according to another source, it got sunny in here. According to another source, Men's Health, what is it called? Insulin growth factor can only actually cause cancer if it's injected into you, and that by digesting it, it doesn't like stay in your body or cause cancer. I find nutrition so frustrating because I feel like I can always find something in support and against something when it comes to health factors especially. So I'm not really sure what source to believe. There were doctors who were saying like, yes, it can cause cancer, and then there was Men's Health magazine saying no. I'm sure there's also doctors that they were referencing, but still. It's still a little bit up in the air. But it's, yeah, I mean, these cows are being injected with genetically modified hormones, and they're being given antibiotics, which people say makes people more resistant to antibiotics when they take them, and they don't really know what's like the long-term causes and stuff. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't sound good just from like a logical, no scientific standpoint, but just from reading it doesn't sound good. Now finally, after Save Our Bones and Men's Health, I decided to go to WebMD to try to see what they say. And they are kind of like me in a wishy-washy way that they presented the pros and the cons. There was mention again of ovarian and prostate cancer, but the basic message that they had at the end that both the pro and con side agreed on is that milk is not a health drink, which I found really interesting because, for example, in Finland, milk is included kind of in like the food pyramid, or especially for school kids, it's part of their healthy lunch, like 1 glass of milk with every meal. ugh. Milk is also, because of the hormones, linked to acne. It's hard to digest. That's why lots of people have lactose intolerance. And I actually noticed after I went vegan, I accidentally had some margarine once, or butter, and that had milk in it, and my stomach was going nuts. And that's when I realized to go check the butter, and I was like, oh my god, this is milk in it. So I think that's why. But that's kind of a neither here nor there, just personal experience thing. And now I don't want to get too much into the ethics, because I know that's not always what people want to hear, and people are like, I know about that. But you should know a bit more about it. Did you know that cows can only produce milk if they are impregnated? I didn't know this. I think most people know this now. It's becoming more public knowledge, but for a long time, people just thought cows just give milk, which is weird to think that, because nobody else just gives milk. But yeah, cows are impregnated when they're about 13 months old. They're pregnant for 9 months, just like people. They get very attached to their babies, and that is why their babies get taken away after 4 days, so that they don't get too attached. Evil. It's so evil, and it's just so wrong. I mean, that milk is meant for a cow that's meant to grow from about 100 pounds to 800 pounds. So it's crazy to be drinking as some health drink, or to even be drinking it at all. It just makes no sense. And there is no single other animal that drinks another animal's milk the way we do. I mean, even cows don't drink milk after they're fully grown. Something I've really thought about a lot since I went vegan that is so weird. It's just so weird to drink milk. And people are like, ugh, soy milk or almond milk, that's gross. You're drinking milk from another animal. Like, most people think it's so gross to think about drinking a human's breast milk. And I remember this Friends episode where I think Joey or Phoebe, they're just like tasting the breast milk, and everyone's like, blah, gross. And I had that same kind of reaction, like, gross. But we're drinking cow's milk? Like, just because it comes in a nice little box or bottle or whatever, bag if you're in Canada, it still came out of a boob, out of a cow's boob. It's weird. And finally, the last reason why you shouldn't drink cow's milk or goat's milk or any other animal's milk is because there are so many great alternatives. I mean, you just have to try a few. I'm sure you'll find one that you like. Now, for example, my boyfriend, when he first went vegan, it was actually, he wasn't vegan yet. We ran out of milk. He just didn't buy any more milk, so he was just drinking black coffee. And he didn't really like almond milk or soy milk before that so much. But after going for a while with just black coffee, then when he put the almond milk in, he really liked it. So that could be an idea. If you're just having milk in your cereal, try water for 2 weeks and then try soy milk, and you might find that you like it. But no, there really are great alternatives. I love sweetened almond milk. And, well, I'm pretty easy. I like them all. But I think sweetened almond milk is one that I like the taste of the most. Just try some. I know they're more expensive maybe, but I mean, just think of those poor little cow babies, and think of those gross hormones you're putting in your body, and the acne. People hate acne. You don't want acne. Yeah, just, you know, of all the reasons, I'm sure you can find one that you connect to. And if you're just drinking milk for calcium, there's so many better sources for calcium. But yeah, that's my little video for today. Let me know in the comments what you think. Hit the thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe to see more or something. Bye!